Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Night.
Yeah.
I just got a jug on your bitch ass. Hate to switch sides, wanna switch back. Hate to switch sides.
I've made many videos about TERA in the past. During my golden ages of playing TERA, I seen TERA heading down a path of which I feared the most. Do you want to know what that fear is? And it has nothing to do with how trash the community is or how they force players to basically run the hardest content in the game to enchant their gear. No. The fear was that the game would die, would basically lose so many players that the only players left playing will be those who played since day one. And I'm referring to console, not PC. PC is still ahead of console by maybe a few years, I assume they are. That was a fear. The fear was that one day, eventually, a lot of new blood players would disappear, quit playing TERA, and leave nothing but the assholes to their own devices on TERA. And it's the truth. There are a lot of players who've been playing the game since day one on console that is still playing TERA. They only associate with each other that they've been in a guild with for that long. They only talk to, they only play with those people that they know to play with, that they've been around for so long. So what does that mean for new blood? What does that mean for new players that play TERA? That means that if you're a new player playing TERA now in 2020, you better form some friendships, because by the time you hit endgame, if you ain't formed any type of friendship and you get into Stormcry, you're fucked. You are fucked. Instance matchmaking no longer works, even with crossplay. I've seen it for the past 3 days. I've been in instance matchmaking for 448 dungeons that happens to drop the elemental essences needed to enchant Stormcry gear. I cannot get into this dungeon. It seems like people are only LFGing. Let me explain what complaints I've been getting in regards to LFG. I've been getting people telling me, emailing me, that they're LFGing, they're going into these people's LFGs, they're doing the dungeons, they're getting to the last boss, and then they are getting kicked out of the group when it comes time to loot. Do you know how dirty that is? That has been an ongoing problem with TERA for years. And the publishers, the developers, no one's going to do anything about it. It will never change. But the fear of the players that has been there since day one being the only ones that are still concurrently playing, that is a fearful thing. That is a horrible thing. I know Saru still plays. I actually seen him in global chat, I want to say yesterday. Of course, all of his people probably still play, the people that he's in the guild with and stuff like that. But that's prime example. The same people that only associate with each other. There really isn't too much new blood on TERA. Now I issued out a challenge to get the heroic oath before early March. And it looks like I've already failed that challenge. I've only been able to kill 2 world bosses since being back on TERA. And they're not dropping the materials I need to enchant my Stormcry gear. I can't instance matchmake into 448 dungeons where I can get the materials I need. The challenge is off. I'm canceling the challenge. I'm deleting TERA for good, forever. I'm never playing TERA again. This will be the absolute last video I make talking about TERA. And I swear that on my life. I'll die before I play TERA again. It is no longer the game worth playing. Even though I love the action combat. I love that action combat. But it is no longer worth playing. The game is turned for the worse.